So since I'm writing a new book about lockdown, I thought I'll post a little video to say how lockdown's going for me, because I've had a couple of people asking me and just checking in, which is very lovely. But also I'm on lockdown alone. Which I know a lot of other people probably are as well, and it has been over 5 weeks at this point since I so much as like bumped arms with someone else. Like, that was weird to realise. So yeah, like I said, I am on lockdown alone in my flat. My parents did talk to me about if I wanted to go home with them, and I said no, because I know I'm the kind of person that likes my own space. I like to have my own routine, and I thought, you know, I can be more productive here. I can crack on with work for my day job better here, watch what I want on telly, and there's no one to argue with about it. So here we are, like 5-6 weeks in, whatever it is now. And I mean, I'm the kind of person that I ring my parents every day anyway. We're like quite a small, close family, so I always talk to them. That's just carrying on, I guess. And it's weird with my friends because we all live in kind of different cities for the most part. So when we do want to plan a weekend out, you know, a lot of them have got boyfriends or whatever, or they've got plans with their own families. I've got plans with my families or plans with different friends. It can take us like a year to plan a get together, or at least, you know, we might only meet up once a year. So not seeing my friends for a while doesn't feel too weird for me personally, but like, I guess in a way I've never felt more sociable with trying to make sure that we all stay in touch better with video chats and, you know, joining the same quiz night together or having a virtual movie night or whatever. I'm really lucky as well in that I am able to work from home for my day job. So I'm not a full-time author, in case that was the illusion you were under. I have a day job where I work in IT, and pre-lockdown I was able to work from home a couple of days a week anyway, which was something that I did. I go into the office usually about 3 times a week. So I'm kind of used to building a routine to help me work from home. I wrote on my blog actually about some tips to work from home. If it's not something you're used to, I'll add the link in the description. And I also wrote a blog post about a couple of routines that I'm sticking to in lockdown. One of them, as you may have guessed, is putting my face on, getting dressed up a little bit. I'm trying to do this like 2 or 3 days a week. It's just for when I want to feel really productive and like it's a good day. Feels like a little treat, and I like putting my makeup on, and you know, it's a nice 20 minutes of my morning. I just feel like I've got my shit together a little better, I guess, if I, you know, put something on that's not just leggings and a hoodie, which is something I've learned from like doing all my writing work at home. And I also consider myself very lucky in that I have a lot of indoor hobbies. Like, I am not really an outdoorsy person, but I have been going out for walks quite a few days a week just to try and like get out of my flat. And you know, I've got things like my writing, which is obviously a pretty indoor hobby. I've got, you know, I like playing my flute. I've been trying to learn the ukulele. I'm terrible at it, but I'm trying, and it's fun. I've been doing my Duolingo. I'm actually at over a 100-day streak now, which I'm really proud of, and I'm carrying on working my German so that hopefully I can get through reading my Harry Potter und der Stein der Weisen, which I don't think I pronounced very well, but Philosopher's Stone in German. Obviously I've made some banana bread. I've been cooking a couple of different dishes just to, you know, just cause. Listening to a lot more podcasts during the day. And to be honest, for the first several weeks of lockdown, I wasn't exactly struggling, but I was getting really frustrated with myself because I could see everyone else doing these really creative things and working on their projects and stuff like that, and I was mostly just watching movies, which I post reviews of on my Instagram if you care about that. But I just, actually this whole year I'd been pretty unmotivated to work on any of my books that I was writing. So that was really frustrating, and I felt like, you know, in lockdown obviously I should be more productive, because like, what else am I gonna do? Anything else, it turns out. Anything else. But I did have a book to edit, so I told my agent, like, I need a deadline for this. Put deadline in and got it back to her, and it was only a couple of days late, and literally the day I finished that I was like, oh, I have a new story idea. I'm gonna write a book about lockdown, which I posted a video about a couple of days ago, and if you want you can go check that out. I'll put a link in the description as well to the story on Wattpad so you can go read it. I'm the kind of person that I feel better if I feel like I've had a productive day. That just makes me happier. So it was really frustrating for quite a while to not be working on anything that I considered productive. And I said I did have a lot of fun making that banana bread, and I can almost play Riptide on my ukulele now, so I consider that fairly productive. If you're also on lockdown alone, I'd love to hear how you're coping. If you've got any tips and tricks that you want to share. I hope you're all staying safe and as positive as you can. And like I said, if you want to check out my movie reviews that I post like most nights a week on Instagram, I'm at AuthorBethRecalls on there. I'm at Recalls on Twitter. I tend to just retweet a lot of TikTok videos and memes at the minute. And hey, I guess if you've got any recommendations for podcasts, movies, etc., leave them in the comments below. I will be sure to check them out. So thanks for listening to my weird, rambly, self-indulgent video about lockdown. I guess I'll see you guys next time. And PS, if you've got any ideas for more vlogs you want to see from me, whether it's talk about writing or books or movie reviews, I don't know. It's not like I've got a lot else to do right now, so let me know in the comments, or like I said, over on Twitter and Instagram. I'd love to hear your ideas.